Becky Dennison, and I'm here to announce to the Chief and the rest of you that we filed a lawsuit yesterday in federal court to protect our First Amendment rights and to stop the targeting of LA-CAN by LAPD. You know our story. We've been in front of you a million times asking for your intervention and to exercise your oversight on LAPD officers, and particularly in Central Division. But you have refused, so we have taken this action. We believe that we are being targeted. We believe we are being retaliated against for fiercely and loudly opposing the racist Safer Cities Initiative in Skid Row. And we know for a fact that your officers colluded with the Central City East Association to maliciously prosecute Deborah Burton, one of our organizers. You've said to us numerous times that we're not being targeted. So I want to make sure that you get our packet this morning showing the former head of the Safer Cities Initiative passing out our photos at roll call with arrows above our heads and our names. Out of dozens of people at perfectly legal protests, LA-CAN's longest term leadership is targeted for criminals, the officers being told we've already committed crimes and we should be targeted for arrest. This is me right here, Becky Dennison, Deborah Burton, who's been with us for 10 years, Steve Diaz, who's been with us for 11 years. No one else at these protests had their photos taken, was passed out to the officers being called criminals for exercising perfectly legal First Amendment activity. This is not acceptable. The Chief and this commission should have taken action long before this is necessary. I just want to say one thing to Mr. Sobel, who talks a lot about giving back to the community. These are folks, we created this organization to create opportunity for folks who have been excluded from all systems, who didn't have a quality education, have been forced into homelessness, to create job opportunities for folks to give back to their communities. And this is LAPD's treatment of them, to circle their heads and put arrows above them and call them criminals. They're not, and we're asking for your intervention again. And I'd like to submit this for the record.
I'm a woman who speaks in a voice, and I must be heard. At times I can be quite difficult about no man's word.
Informed that she's been charged by 848 counts, including assault with a deadly weapon, and the deadly weapon happens to be a toy air bomb. The case goes to trial in 2013, but before the case goes to trial, Los Angeles Community Action Network and several community members approached this body to investigate. A complaint is filed with the Internal Affairs Division in spring of 2013 before the case goes to trial, based on documentation that you should be having it in your possession now, showing that how there was a conspiracy going on. The Internal Affairs Division even failed to reach out and interview Deborah Burton, who was as part of this complaint. The case goes to trial, and Deborah Burton is found innocent on all cases. The jury of her peers. But you know who was found guilty? It was LAPD. And it was also very interesting that at the end of the day, when the decision came down, the judge in that courthouse asked the community to go and speak to the jurors and find out what was going on. What the jurors categorically said was that they questioned the credibility of Lieutenant Sean Chan Paulson and several other witnesses on behalf of LAPD in the city of Los Angeles. So in essence, what happened was that it wasn't Deborah Burton who was found guilty. It was LAPD who was found guilty. It was LAPD who was found guilty of malicious prosecution, of conspiring to violate Deborah Burton's constitutional rights, of collusion, of falsifying evidence and lying under oath. And I think that's what really needs to happen. You were not here as that body at that time, but you are here now. This is the time we keep on approaching you as custodians of public trust. You need to bring about some change and investigate these things. Thank you, sir.
White Los Angeles Community Action Network. Silencing voices of opposition takes many forms, but none so egregious as attempting to lock out those who exercise their right to document a public meeting. In attempting to come into this room this morning, I was stopped by two police officers in the hallway who said I could not come in with my camera. I let them know that I could, and I have documented this police public meeting for quite some time. The officer looked at me and said, I have no idea why they're saying I can't let you in today. On the same day that we filed suit against you for those exact same things. None so egregious as to silence voices that continuously bring genuine voice to a clearly flawed democratic process, to turn a blind eye to issues that continue to plague LAPD and its historical application of illegal racist practices to silence those who try in earnest to fix this house of cards. Your leadership is engaged in a clear pattern and practice of targeting. You're aware of it, and you have done nothing. As such, you are more guilty than the perpetrators, your subordinates who are under you. Deborah Burke is our sister, is our mother, is our friend. Her character was assassinated. She was drugged through the muck, and we've come to you and told you that, and you sat idly by and watched. Maybe not those who are just in the seats today, but this institution. You talk about the new LAPD. Make it new. Because this is the same soup warmed over. We sue you today because of that. And we will emerge victorious. I say all power to the people.
All power to the people.